Welcome to Safari Rally TV. I'm Shon Osimbo, and as we had promised you, we'll be having amazing content on this channel to make sure that you catch up with the latest as we count down to the WRC Safari Rally that will be happening in Naivasha, Nairobi and Naivasha in June. And that is an exciting moment for Kenya because that rally, that specific event will be making a comeback on the WRC calendar after 19 years. And today I'm humbled to have Abdul Sidi in the house. We are all the way in Athi River at his place. It's amazing to just talk to the legends and to get to know what they are all about, how it was back in the day compared to now. And I'm so humbled to talk to him today, Abdul Sidi. He has won many accolades in Kenya and across the world as a rally navigator. And I'm so excited to talk to him. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. Welcome. And it's a pleasure for me, and thank you. The press, the media plays a very big role in promoting or destroying.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And the media has helped me a lot in my own life, and I really thank. Welcome.
Yes, and we'll also be getting down to that. So let's just quickly dive in. For those who don't know, who's Abdul Sidi?
Well, Abdul Sidi is now well known, thank God. I started rallying when I was about 35, at a very, very old age, because most of the guys, the drivers, some started at 18, 19. Once you've got your driving license, then you're in there. But I was just suddenly 1 week asked by Ian Duncan, can you navigate Peter Hayes? And I said, who, me? And I had never held pace notes, road book in my hand, and never been in a fast car, never been driven by somebody. He said, yeah. And I thought maybe this is just a quick word and it will disappear. But come Wednesday, they had already put my entry in the next rally was the Coca-Cola rally, 1,800 kilometers. So I just quickly sat down and looked at how shall I go about this thing? And I sat in the car. It was a K30. We were about 62 entrants, and 2-day rally, 1 day, 2 days, 1 night. And eventually we finished 18th overall, and that was the beginning of my navigation, beginning of my fame. And here I am today. After 25 years, I've rallied across Africa up to Malaysia, and I've navigated big names. Patrick Giroux, as you know, is one of the most famous guys in Kenya. We finished 4th overall in the Safari. And that's the best ever score for an African driver in the history of the WRC, finishing 4th and 1st in Group N. The guy who followed us was then the former world champion Richard Barnes. He was our teammate. And I've navigated Satwan Singh, 8 times African champion from Zambia in Uganda Rally. I've navigated lots of guys in Kenya, Azaranwa, Semi Aslam, Phineas Kimathi. Phineas Kimathi, we created history for the Hyundai team. We were the first ever Hyundai crew to give points to the Hyundai in the World Rally Championship by finishing 18th and 1st in our group. So those are among some of the highlights. When I sit down and I look at the trophies here and I wonder how did I collect them and how do I now arrange them in such a way that the moment I look at one particular trophy, I know this was here, this was there, this was in Uganda, this was in Tanzania, this was in Rwanda, and it's all fantastic memories.
Yes. And if you can just slightly turn and just take us through, like this is a whole cabinet, and people are yet to see when the other cabinets that have the trophies. This is history for me when I see this. When you sit down in your house, and at River, right now in your house, it's very calm, it's very warm, and you look at this, what just goes on through your mind?
It gives me lots of good memories, very good. The moment if I look at the big one there, that's the one we got with Patrick Giroux, 1994 Safari Rally. We finished 4th overall and 1st in Group N. That's the time the Group N was introduced in the FIA rallies. And we became the first ever Group N winners of the Safari, 4th overall. It was even worth more than winning the
Yes. What was going on through your mind that day? I mean, during that moment, during the event with Patrick Njiru, like how do you even prepare for something like that?
Let me tell you, to be a navigator, like you see now, I'm running the so-called Abdul Sidi Rally Academy, and it's not such a big thing. Abdul Sidi is the secretary is in my brain, my filing cabinet is here, photography, everything is here. It's for me to just walk in and walk out. And over the 25 years of my rallying, my personal experience, nobody has ever taught me how to navigate, how to marshal, how to do anything. It is my personal dedication. So now, to be a navigator, you need to be very much committed. You must be very serious. You're the boss of the whole team. You're the boss of the driver who is spending millions to enjoy the sport. And thank you to the drivers. They gave me such an opportunity. All my life, 25 years of rallying, I spent 1,000 shilling. And I visited African countries. I went up to Malaysia. To be a rally navigator, you need to have lots of things. First of all, to start off, you must have your fireproof overalls. That's 80,000 shilling, double layer. Helmet, 50,000. Hands device, head and neck support, 70,000 shilling. Driver gloves and all that. So around 300,000 you must produce from your pocket to sit in a rally car. Now that's not your rally car. To have your own rally car, your parents must be rich. Not necessarily that your parents will help you, but you need to be rich. Because, for example, a Skoda is 25 million Kenya shillings. One suspension of a Skoda is 1.2 million. You can buy 4 widths. 4.8 is just seated in there. You need to have spares. 3.5 is the gearbox. 350,000 is the turbo. 1 liter of fuel, which uses F-gas, gives you 2.5 kilometers. 2.5. As a navigator, you need to have all that in your brain. Because when you're doing the calculation, when the driver asks you, how much fuel do we need? 1 drum of fuel, 200 liters is 80,000 shillings. 1 drum is not enough. So you need to tell him we need 2 drums, 3 drums. So the calculations are there. So as a navigator, I thank God I stayed very committed. As a navigator, you're recognized, and the word really flies around. How is in the car? Good. How is in the car? Good. I never drank in my life. I never smoked in my life. And I was very committed. I played basketball, cricket, football, and volleyball. And like I said, I represented Eastern Province Secondary School in Kitui, playing for Chuka High School. And Kiraito Murungi, the senator in Meru, we were together in the same school, and we still communicate. So that sort of dedication, it really spreads the word. It's like a lady looking for a husband. And the moment this person says, "Uyo, wachana naye," it's bad news. So the word got round, and I'm sure they all said good things about me. And I was able to navigate lots of good drivers. And I gave you the list of the guys. And respect. That's what you want from the drivers. And the dedication that you put in there. You need to go to bed very early. You need to eat the right type of food, that during the event, when the car is bouncing and all that, you're not trying to throw. And in a car where it's doing about 200 kph, and you're calling instructions every 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 meters. 200 kph, 20 meters is here. So as a navigator in the car, you're reading the notes and the driver is listening. You're singing and the driver is dancing to your music. He doesn't even have the time to ask you, what did you say? But as a navigator, from your corner of your eye, you just see the thumb is asking, what? And quickly jump before you go into that. Medium right into triple caution ditch, keep right, 100. So medium right into triple caution ditch, 100. Triple caution is stop, check and go. So if you're doing 150 kph and you forgot to tell him triple caution, my God, you're gone. You become from famous, from hero to zero. And
Just
it's
like that.
just like that. And as a navigator, it's always good to stay calm, humble. Don't talk so much about yourself. Don't praise yourself. Wait to retire. Today I retire, I will talk. Because tomorrow I don't expect to sit in a car and make a mistake. Because that people are just watching. Huyo ni mwalimu. Ati amefanya makosa. No. So that sort of self-discipline, it's very important.
Yes. And now let's continue, because I think now these are also bringing some memories. I'm saying here African Rally Championship, Rwanda Mountain Gorilla Rally 2002.
I did that rally with the late John Gunjiri, if you know the person.
Yes.
And fantastic driver, very good friend. We finished fourth overall. And to me, that's the first time, because I had a car carrier and I took his car. I drove it from here to Rwanda for the first time. And rallying in Rwanda was the most, not, I wouldn't say difficult, but it's different to rest of the countries, because Rwanda you're driving on the right hand side, Kenya you're on the left hand side, and then when you're in the stages you're staying on the right there, and then suddenly you see a car, you want to jump, that you think you're on the wrong side. Yeah, but Rwanda, I've been there. I've been also a FIA official, steward in Rwanda rally, and I've rallied in Uganda, Tanzania, and all those events. So the late John Gunjiri was my partner there, and a very, very good guy. Ben Mushemi, the late Ben Mushemi, we worked together. Lots of friends, healthy friendship, and good friends. I was also the chairman of the Rallies Commission in Kenya. That also is a very important post. And I was also the chairman of the Safari Rally organizing team. That is, that was time we were really recognized well, given good points, and I feel proud about that.